Cressida Dick, the Metropolitan Chief Police, said he hasn't committed any criminal offence, but there may be a disciplinary offence within the Conservative Party. Do you think Boris Johnson did anything wrong that he has to apologise for?
Well, I think he should apologise. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous to involve the police. I don't know who did that, but that's wildly inappropriate. I mean, he was actually making a perfectly sensible liberal argument about people having the freedom to wear what they want, but he did it in a way that was particularly offensive. And
what was offensive about it?
He wouldn't have, for example, made fun of Catholic nuns.
I think he probably would have. I'd like to point out that most British humour is making fun of Catholic nuns, isn't it?
I think we've now got to a point, and I think the recent argument over anti-Semitism illustrated this, that simply making fun of groups of other people is not treated as such by the people on the receiving end of it. I can understand where he came from, which was to try to present in a funny way an argument for the liberal treatment of other people's dress.
But you think that what he said was offensive?
In a way that was offensive, and his own party have said, it's not the people outside that are making all the running on this, it's people in his own party have made the point that it has caused a great deal of offence and will do so. And if he had any, decency, he would just say, look, I'm sorry, I got this wrong.
But for you, it's just the use of that, the comparison of the appearance of the burqa and the niqab to a letterbox and to a bank robber. That you say, because someone finds that offensive, he shouldn't say it. Because there are lots of things that people will say about religion and religious groups and religious garments that people mock. I mean, if you go back to things like Life of Brian, half of Monty Python, lots of our humour over the years has been mocking religion. So if someone finds something offensive, are we not allowed to say it?
Well, Boris Johnson isn't Monty Python. He's not a comedian. He's a politician who is steering public opinion, and I think that's where he's in a somewhat different position from the authors of Monty Python.
Why is he in a different position?
I think a gracious apology would have settled the matter. But
Vince Capel, what does he have to apologise for? We're allowed to. He didn't incite violence or threaten violence to any group of people. He was mocking garments, items of clothing, which deserve to be mocked because they're a horrible infringement on women and women's rights and individualism. And we in this country have a proud history of mocking religion, all religion. Does Islam have a get out of jail card, jail free card? That's the only religion we're not allowed to mock.
Well, no, your comments there, you rather gave the game away.
I haven't given the game away at all. I'd ban the burqa today.
There is a feminist argument for, the fact that some people, the vast majority of Muslim women are not in this position, but some individuals may well be oppressed, but you can make that argument. But that wasn't what he was saying.
That isn't my argument either.
No, but
you wouldn't wear the burqa. I wouldn't wear the burqa. Most Muslim women don't wear the burqa. Why? Because it's a horrific affront to humankind. That's why.
Well, he was actually defending the right of people to.
I know. So what should he apologise for?
What he apologise for was saying, look, I was trying to make a liberal argument, and have caused offence to large numbers of people.
So wait a minute, so he should apologise because he's caused offence. There are lots of people who get offended by a lot of things. Because someone's offended by something, does that mean someone has to apologise? Maybe the person could just be offended and we all move on with our lives.
Well, indeed. I'm in the political business myself, and I have in the past caused offence in this way unintentionally. And the sensible and gracious thing to do is to simply say, look, we got this wrong.
Wait a minute. So you're saying he should apologise just to get the row over, but he hasn't really done anything wrong? Or has he done something wrong?
No, I think it was insensitive, and it has the effect of stereotyping.
What do you mean stereotyping? The burqa and the niqab, that's literally what they do. They make you a faceless, nameless, unidentified block of black fabric. You're not a human being. You're not a woman. You're not an individual. That is the job of a burqa and niqab, is to stereotype a Muslim woman.
Well, I think they should be the people who decide that, rather than a British politician.
No, and he said that. But he's allowed. No, he said that Muslim women should have the right to wear a burqa or a niqab, but he, in return, has the right to mock the actual garment itself.
Well, it is correct that he did say that people have the right to wear this.
So what should
garment in the
Boris
wish list.
Johnson apologise for?
He has the right to express a view on it, but he...
And so what should he apologise for?
Well, because... Well, the simple point is that people in his own party, I think Baroness Warsi was one who represents a substantial number of Muslim people in conservative line, who said that, you know, there are certain things that you can say which cause a lot of collective offence, and he probably had underestimated the extent to which this was the case.
Sir Vince Capel, I'm going to keep asking you this. What he said was perfectly within the law. It was a perfectly reasonable comment. We've already seen the vast majority of people in this country don't think he should apologise. They think he should go further, and actually there should be a ban on the burqa. You're saying he should apologise because people took offence. People take offence at lots of different things, whether or not they're actually offensive or not. Does that mean we have to apologise because 1 or 2 or 5 people or 5,000 people take offence at something that we say?
Well, if it was 1 or 2 or 5, obviously not. But if there are thousands of people who are offended, and I find myself in this position quite often, there are a whole lot of very sensitive issues around race and culture and sexual identity, and you can unintentionally cause a great deal of offence to them. And I think the sensible thing, if you are a politician in this position, is to say, look, I've got this wrong. I'm sorry I've upset large numbers of people, and will be more sensitive in future.
All right, Vince, we'll have to leave it there. Sir Vince Capel, leader of the Liberal Democrats.